What's up guys, Fortexfiend here. Welcome back again to the channel with some more content on SD Gundam G Generation Eternal, where we're going to ask the question, should you be pulling for the upcoming banner featuring the Big-Rang and Kimaris Vidar? Before I go ahead and get started, you guys know the drill. If you enjoy what you see on this channel, there's a subscribe button and notification bell, like and dislike and comment section for you guys to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate all of your guys' support throughout the years. So much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just get right onto it. For those of you that have been following the community, these details were actually leaked before they even released the trailer. Not sure how they fumbled with that, but some of us already know what these units are capable of, or at least with the teaser. But with the Big-Rang, we have a brand new support unit that is not limited. And the thing that's unique about this is, check this out. Comes equipped with a map weapon, that restores HP by 16% for allies. Now, I'm assuming that is going to be at level 1. Not entirely sure how high it's going to be at level 5, but that's actually very unique. This is going to be the very first unit that we have that can provide an AoE heal. Now, do I think this is powerful? I think it's a really cool thing to have, in my opinion. But we already do have warships that do that, and having an additional heal can definitely come in handy, especially for those of you that maybe are struggling with specific fights, depending on the tags that this thing is going to have and which eternal roads you could take it to. But I think that's really cool. And it also has an EX weapon that increases the damage enemies take from beam weapons for a turn, which is, always fine and dandy to have something like that. So that way you're, improving your damage output with your attacking units. But so far, I like it. And it's also a large machine. I'm assuming this is a large machine. So we get a large machine that now has a heal. I think that's awesome. And if you guys decide to pull it, you got yourself an additional heal. All right, so the pilot that comes with this is going to be Oliver May from MS Igloo. So when he pilots the Big-Rang specifically, he increases his own map weapons HP restoration effect by 20%. Wow. And additively, and increases attack and defense by 5 for units bearing the Zeon tag in the same squad. Okay, so they're really incentivizing you to use a Zeon team with this, especially with this pilot. That just gives you, more incentive to potentially even throw a few pulls here or there, depending on your guys' resources, because I know the last banner kind of drained a lot of us. And then he also has a character skill that restores his own HP by 50%. So they're really, really trying to sell this healer type support. And again, with the effect being increased by 20%, that's pretty useful, and getting also an additional attack and defense increase on top of that. So we're just gonna have to see how high the heal is from his unit when it's at level 5, and we can pass judgment onto there. But honestly, this looks really cool, especially for a non-limited unit, and I'm hoping that we see a limited unit later down the line that could do something very similar. But all in all, I like it. Okay, so Kimaris Vidar, the one that I'm most hyped for, even though I'm not sure if I'm going to be pulling on this banner. So happy that this thing is not limited, but it has an EX weapon that decreases special weapon power by 25%. He also has a range of up to 5 that decreases physical weapon power of enemies by 15%, and then an ability that increases his own attack by 15% when HP is 50% or below. So for a durability, that's pretty interesting. Different ways to decrease, the offensive capabilities of enemy targets, and also increasing own attack when HP is 50% or below. It's kind of giving me I think very similar to Death Type, the current one that we have, where you get more attack and things like that. But I do like it. I really, really like this mobile suit. I just don't know if I'm going to be pulling it on it personally, but I think it's pretty cool for a non-limited unit. And then the pilot is going to be Gaelio Bauduin. So he has an ability that increases his own attack by 20% when countering. Okay, so again, I'm getting a lot of the UR Death Scythe duo vibes, because that particular defense unit tends to hit hard when it counterattacks. And also, while piloting a durability unit and an ability that when piloting a unit with the Alea Vinyana system E tag, he increases his own MP by 6. And wow, own critical rate, melee, and reaction by 25%. And also has a character skill that increases own melee by 20%. So they're really trying to sell you on the pilots for this particular banner. The pilots is where I think a lot of the value from this banner comes if you do decide to pull. And I'm getting duo Death Scythe vibes, because it's very, very similar. However, I do think Gaelio and Kimaris are a tad bit better, just based on what we're looking at here. So yeah, right now for me, guys, the pilots are definitely what's selling it for me here. And then finally, we have Rustal, Elion, and the Skipjack-class Warship. This is going to be for Ace unit. We've already seen a really good Ace unit ship that was limited. This one increases stats by 25%. It goes higher when you have it at max limit break, and then also has a support skill that restores the energy of allies within range. As cool as Rustal Elion is, I thought he was a great character in the anime. This ship is all right. If you already have the limited one that we got back when Burning Gundam first came out, it's far superior to this one. That one's also ace unit, and that one restores HP, and that one also gives you a higher stat boost because it was a limited ship. So now that we've gone ahead and taken a look at what these units can bring with the teasers, should you be pulling on this banner? I'm going to keep it straight and simple, guys. Probably not, because these are not limited units. Now, the heal is really, really cool. I will, give it that credit that the heal on top of like what the pilot can do with the Big-Rang is really, really cool. However, I don't think it's really a necessity. We've already seen that if you, put the time and effort, if you build some of the development units, you can actually get through content just fine. And then if you pull for your favorites, you'll be okay. So unless you're either a whale or any of these are your favorites, you're probably best off skipping this banner. As much as I love Kimaris Vidar, I've said it before, I love Iron-Blooded Orphans, I'm glad it's not limited, because that way, if I do decide to pull on a banner that I really, really like, then I have a chance of pulling it there, because these will be moved onto future banners when the banner does end. So my thoughts, guys, I don't think you should be pulling on this banner, but if you guys think I'm wrong, or you think that I'm missing something or something of value, you let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it from you guys. Thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and stay blessed, everybody.